City series cigars and citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Doran Becker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree.
What's up, everybody? It's Sneakerhead M Checks. I got the 2025 Aqua 8s Retro releasing Saturday, July 19th. So as usual, we're going to take a close detailed look at the shoe from all angles. I'm going to put these on and step around them so y'all can see the look on feet. I also have the previous Aqua 8s Retro from 2015. So I'll be comparing the two throughout the video, and then I'll go over all the differences. After that, I'm going to share my opinion on these, and then I'm going to talk about release predictions, reselling predictions, and all that stuff. So let's get right to it. Thicker suede than usual. You can see from here how it differs from the 2015 pair. The gray on them is a lot lighter as well. The tongue and everything else is pretty much the same. Actually, the orange I think is a little lighter on these, a little bit more yellowish, but that's really it. Got a more metallic kind of look here on the purple part of the midsole. Can't see the glitter as much on these as you do on the 2015 pair. I mean, it's still on there as you can see, but it's just a little bit more low-key. But looking at them next to the 2015 pair, the 2015s look like somebody just like sprinkled glitter on top of the purple paint. On these, the glitter looks like it was blended in more with the purple, which is what gives it that more metallic-like look. And the aqua color seems to be a little heavier than normal, but not by much. Yeah, this gray is definitely too light. And I didn't expect the suede to be this thick either. Especially since the playoffs they just did weren't like this. I thought the upper on these was going to be more like the upper on those, but it wasn't. But here's the inner side. So besides the lighter shade of gray back here, it also feels a little bit different. Just by looking at these next to the 2015 pair, you can see how the material is just like a little bit like thicker over here. See how it's a little bit more like fuzzy like. On these, it seems to be a little bit more firm. Not a big difference though, because it's still relatively soft over here. Not quite as soft as these feel, but it's not a big difference. I'd say it actually looks a little bit more different than it actually feels. Black interior, insoles got this vibrant design on them. Similar to, but different than the insoles on the 2015 pair. I mean, it's the same colors and stuff, but just a different design. You know, they got another design like that down here on the outsole. But in this case, it is identical to the way it is on the 2015 pair. The only difference is the orange is a little bit lighter on the new pair. And the red's a little brighter too, but I think that's just because they haven't been worn yet. Here's the box they come in. I know we get a lot of releases in this box, but it's cool for these because it's like the kind that the original Aquas came in. Black plastic on the inside. And here's the box label. Air Jordan 8 Retro in black, true red, flint gray, and bright Concord. They have such interesting ways of describing the shoes. Like, making true red the second color and flint gray the third. Like, they making these shit sound like playoffs low key. Like black, true red, and flint gray. Like, yeah, they got the red on the Jumpman and the gray on the back, but are y'all shitting me? Like, if y'all don't put black, bright Concord, aqua tone, like, where's no aqua tone? I got true red as the second color, but no aqua tone. They gotta be trolling. And they always doing dumb shit like this. Like, what's going on? Here's a quick all-around view of the shoe. Alright, now see they look on feet.
You already know, if I say I'm gonna do it, then for sure it's a go. And you know I really got it, I don't do it for show. I'm always thinking about how I can get my money to grow. You already know, if I say I'm gonna do it, then for sure it's a go. And you know I really got it, I don't do it for show. I'm always thinking about how I can get my money to grow.
So just to summarize all the differences in comparison to the last retro from 2015, the 2025 Aqua 8s have the lighter shade of gray on this part back here, which doesn't feel quite as smooth as it does on these. The thicker suede here on the black part on the upper. A more metallic look on the purple part here on the midsole. Also, the aqua color is slightly darker on the new pair. Not by much, but a little bit. And the orange on the outsole is lighter on the new pair, as well as up here on the tongue. See this ring around it looks a little bit more yellowish. Leave me a comment and let me know which Aqua 8 release you like best. 2025, 2015, 2007, or 1993. Let me start off by saying I love the Aqua 8s. Possibly my favorite Jordan 8 colorway of all time. It's a close call between these, the playoffs, and the Ray Allen 8s. But I fuck with the Aquas OD. And I gotta say I'm a little disappointed in these. Although I'm not used to them having this thicker suede or nubuck or whatever, I think I could get used to it. I definitely would have preferred it to be a little bit more like it is on these or the 07 pair, but I don't really have a problem with this. I'm really not crazy about what they did with the midsole either. Like, don't get me wrong, I love this color combination. Like, the aqua tone and purple together is always crazy. But what they did with the purple on these just looks a little weird to me up close. It could just be because I'm not used to seeing it like this, but I'll probably get used to it over time, kind of like I did with these. Because at first, I remember when these first dropped, you know, I didn't have the OG. The OGs came out before I was born, so I wasn't really that familiar with them. I didn't know the OGs had glitter on them. So my first pair of Aqua 8s was in 2007, and the 2007 Aqua 8s do not have the glitter here on the midsole. So that was my first pair of Aquas, and like I said, I didn't realize the OGs had glitter on them. So for years, I just thought, you know, that's how the Aqua 8s were. And when these came out and they had glitter on them, I'm like, what the fuck are y'all putting glitter on? You know what I mean? Like, I was so thrown off because I'm like, who the fuck wanted glitter on these? And I was really mad about these at first. I did not cop these at first because I'm like, the fuck wants glitter on their sneakers? You know what I mean? Then I realized the OGs did come this way. I still didn't like it though. I tried to accept it a little bit more because the purpose behind it now is a little bit more respectable, but I was still like, no, you know what I mean? Like, OG or not, I did not like the glitter on them. But I did warm up to these because, you know, other than the glitter, I do like these. And I just kind of, I guess, got used to it over the years. But like this, like I said, it just looks so metallic. I just prefer a solid purple on the midsole like the 2007 pair has. Even if it's something that's not my preference like that, I'm never mad at them trying to make a retro look like the OG. But I feel like they didn't even do this part like the OG. Like, if you look at the OG Aqua 8s, I know it's actually kind of hard to find a pair now because most of them have crumbling due to age. It is kind of hard to see those close-up details, but there's pairs out there if you look hard enough. So if you could find some with some midsole left or look at some old pictures, it was not really like this on the OGs. If anything, it was more like the midsole on the 2015 pair. This is too like chrome looking almost. But the thing that I dislike the most about these is the gray on the back. It's way too light. Like, I can't believe how much it's ruining these for me, but it kind of is. Like, I don't know why they keep making this shit lighter and lighter. Like, the 2007 Aqua 8s were so perfect with the super dark gray, like almost like a charcoal gray next to the black. That was perfect. They made it a little lighter on these, but it was you know what I mean? It wasn't too crazy. This is way too much. Like, I don't know why they're just trying to Sammy Sosa these shit so bad, but like, they look so good with the darker gray, and the lighter it gets, the less I like them. And I don't understand why they would do that. Like, none of the other Aqua 8s have a lighter, you know, gray part back here like this, and it doesn't make the shoe look any better. So they definitely did bad with that. So overall, I mean, you know, I love the Aqua 8s like I said, but I really don't know how I feel about these. I know my 2015 pair at 10 years old only has so many years left in them, but I might have to ride with these until the wheels fall off because I don't know. They just look so much better and more like the OG for those who care. I really wish I could wear an 07 pair because if I could, I would get rid of both of these right now and just get those because those are my favorite Aqua 8s. But you know, as much as I love that midsole, you know, without the glitter, like 18-year-old pair of 8s, as soon as I put them on, they're probably gonna crumble. So that's not really an option for me. If I wanted to sole swap them, like, I don't like the sole on these, so like then I'd have to have somebody paint it, and it's too much. I might end up keeping a pair of these for backup, but don't be surprised if I end up just passing on the 2025 release altogether. If my 2015 Aquas could last until the next Aqua 8s release, that would be ideal. I don't know if that's gonna happen because I don't know how long that's gonna be, but I'll just have to hope that I like the next release better than this, which I'm sure I will, but I'll have to cross that bridge when I get to it. I think the release for these will be similar to the Great 5's release. They'll probably sell out of most places first day, especially in the bigger sizes, but once those restocks start coming in, I think they're going to end up sitting for a little bit, at least some places. So if you aren't able to grab them at retail on release day, I'm sure you'll be able to catch a restock if you look out for it. But then again, see, I have my doubts a little bit because the last Playoff 8s retro was not like that. I really thought those were going to be an easy cop, might even possibly end up being bricks, but no. They sold out quick, and the demand and price never really dipped. I don't think those sat anywhere. And with the Aqua 8 being
just as, if not more popular than the playoffs. Part of me could have seen these doing something similar, but I don't know. I just got a feeling these won't be as tough to get. I mean, like I said, I didn't think playoffs were going to be like that either, so maybe these will surprise me too, but like I was saying, I think they'll be kind of similar to the Grade 5's release, but we'll see. Either way, they should be a little profitable for resellers, most specifically in big sizes. Market for smaller men's sizes is actually pretty close to retail right now. Depending on your clientele, you still be able to make some tiny flips off of those sizes, but if you're really trying to make money off of these, you really want to go for the bigger sizes, the 11s, the 12s, and beyond. Check market though before you make a purchase, because you know how things fluctuate around release time, and if these do end up being like the grapes, like I said, at some point even those bigger sizes will not be profitable. So if you are going to resell these for any reason, definitely want to get them off earlier rather than later, because they're going to be a dip and you just don't want to end up stuck with them if you're planning to resell them. So if this was helpful in any way or taught you anything, I really appreciate if you liked the video. And if you're interested in more early reviews like this or any other sneaker related content, please do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Once you're subscribed, make sure you tap the little bell icon where the subscribe button was and select all. That way when I put a new video out, you get notified and you won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.